The greatest mystery in our skies has just gotten a little bit stranger.
Hurtling through the dark at over 130,000 miles per hour, a colossal object is invading our cosmic backyard. It was spotted by the Asteroid Terrestrial-impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS, but this is no asteroid. It's 3I Atlas, the third interstellar visitor ever detected. But this visitor isn't just passing through, it's putting on a show that has scientists completely baffled.
It doesn't look like a very common thing, and we've never seen such a thing. A comet doesn't have glow in front of it.
This object is a ghost, an anomaly, a puzzle that is breaking 7 of the most basic rules of cometary science. Many people are crazy about what it could be because its strange behavior suggests we are dealing with something entirely new. The object that shouldn't exist. Something is coming. Out of the unimaginable darkness between the stars, a traveler has arrived. On its own, that's a 1 in a million event. But this visitor, the third interstellar object ever detected, named 3I Atlas, is different. It's not just a tourist passing through our cosmic neighborhood, it's a rule breaker. It's a ghost in the machine that is forcing NASA and astronomers all over the world to confront a startling possibility, that our understanding of the universe might be completely wrong. You see, we have laws of physics for a reason. They govern everything. They tell us how a planet orbits, how a star burns, and how a comet is supposed to behave. A comet, a simple dirty snowball from the cold outer edges of a solar system, has a job to do. It follows a predictable path, it heats up as it nears a star, and it sprouts a tail that always points away from that star. That's the rule. 3I Atlas doesn't care about the rules. The first red flag was its path. The solar system is mostly flat, like a dinner plate. The planets, the asteroids, most comets, they all orbit the sun on this relatively level playing field called the ecliptic plane. But interstellar visitors, they can come from anywhere. Above the plate, below the plate, at any crazy angle. The first 2 we found, Oumuamua and Borisov, did exactly that. They dove through our system at steep, random angles, just as you'd expect from random wanderers. But not Atlas. To put it mildly, its trajectory is suspicious. It is cruising into our solar system almost perfectly aligned with the ecliptic plane, the flat plate where all the planets live. The odds of this happening by chance are staggering, about 1 in 500. It's like throwing a dart from a mile away and not only hitting the dartboard but hitting the thin wire that separates 2 numbers. It's a little too perfect, and its path brings it unusually close to 3 planets, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. The chances of that happening are tens of thousands to 1. This isn't just a random flyby, it's a tour. What nobody tells you is that in astronomy, when the odds are that low, you're not looking at a coincidence anymore. You're looking at a clue. A massive, screaming clue that something else is going on. This object is moving at a speed that is hard to wrap your head around, over 130,000 miles per hour. A speed so immense that the sun's gravity is merely a temporary distraction for it. It will not be captured. It will not stay. It will fly through our system, make its observations, and then disappear back into the interstellar void forever. But while it is here, it is rewriting the textbooks, and its bizarre, impossibly convenient path was just the first clue. The next part of this mystery is even stranger, a field guide to impossible objects. If the path of 3I Atlas was a red flag, then its behavior is a full-blown cosmic siren. Astronomers have identified not 1, not 2, but at least 7 ways this object is violating the known laws of science. These aren't small details, these are fundamental contradictions. First is what we'll call the wrong kind of glow. All comets shine by reflecting sunlight. But 3I Atlas has a strange property called extreme negative polarization. In simple terms, the light it's giving off suggests it might be generating its own glow, not just reflecting the sun. This has never been seen in any comet or asteroid, ever. Second is the backwards tail. Comets have tails that are pushed away from the sun by solar wind and radiation. It's the most basic rule. 3I Atlas has a tail, but it's growing in the wrong direction. This anti-tail is not an optical illusion, and it's enormous. It's like finding a boat whose wake is streaming out from its bow instead of its stern. Third is the fact that it woke up too early. Comets become active or wake up when the sun's heat is strong enough to turn their ice into gas. This usually happens somewhere around the orbit of Jupiter, but Atlas was already surrounded by a halo of gas and dust when it was nearly twice that distance, where it should have been a frozen, sleeping rock. Something is heating it from within. Fourth, we have the alien recipe. Using powerful telescopes, scientists analyzed the gas coming off Atlas. What they found was shocking. It's spewing out 150 pounds of carbon dioxide every second, but only about 10 pounds of water. This ratio of CO2 to water is unlike any comet ever studied. It's made of the wrong stuff. Fifth, and this is a big one, is the impossible metal. In the cloud of gas around 3I Atlas, astronomers detected nickel. That's not too unusual, but the thing is, where there is nickel, there is always iron. The two metals are forged together in the hearts of exploding stars. Yet in the signature of Atlas, there is nickel, but there is no iron. This is like finding a human who has a skeleton but no skin. In nature, it simply doesn't happen. The sixth sin is being the silent giant. Based on its brightness, scientists estimate the nucleus of Atlas could be massive, perhaps as wide as 30 miles across. That would make it gigantic. But for an object so large, it's remarkably quiet. It is losing very little mass for its size. A comet that big at this distance from the Sun should be putting on a spectacular, violent show. Instead, it's just cruising. And finally, number 7, statistical impossibility. An object this large, on a path this convenient, breaking this many rules, simply shouldn't exist. The odds of all these anomalies occurring in one single natural object are astronomical. It is, by all accounts, an impossible object. And faced with an impossibility, scientists scrambled for answers, pointing their best tools at the mystery. They hoped for clarity, but what they found was even more confusing: a lens on the impossible. When an object like 3I Atlas appears, it becomes the single most important target in the sky. Every major telescope on and off the planet swivels to get a look. The Hubble Space Telescope, the James Webb Space Telescope, the Very Large Telescope in Chile, all of them are in a race against time to gather as much data as possible before this phantom escapes our reach forever. You see, studying an object like this is like cosmic archaeology. The light it emits holds secrets about where it came from and what it's made of. One of the key techniques they use is called spectroscopy. It's like putting the comet's light through a prism. The rainbow that comes out isn't perfect. It has dark lines in it like a barcode. That barcode tells scientists exactly what elements are present in the gas surrounding the object. It was spectroscopy that revealed the shocking chemical makeup, the bizarrely high carbon dioxide, and the even stranger presence of nickel without any iron. It's a chemical fingerprint that belongs to no known class of object. Then there's polarimetry. This is the tool that revealed the weird glow. It measures the orientation of light waves. Light from the Sun is messy and bounces off in all directions. But the light from 3I Atlas was different. It was organized in a way that defied explanation, leading to the extreme negative polarization discovery. This finding alone was enough to make astronomers around the world stop in their tracks. It suggested that the surface of this object, or the dust around it, is made of a material with a structure we have never encountered. But the thing nobody tells you is how difficult this work is. You're trying to analyze a faint speck of light millions of miles away, moving at incredible speed. It's the hardest kind of science there is. The teams of scientists are working around the clock, crunching the numbers from Hubble's sharp eyes and Webb's infrared vision. Each new data point adds another layer to the puzzle. They are mapping its anti-tail, trying to understand how dust and ice could possibly be flowing toward the Sun. They are tracking its brightness, trying to figure out why such a huge object is so faint. It's a forensic investigation on a cosmic scale, but the subject of their investigation is completely alien. It gives up its secrets one tiny piece at a time. And the answers they found only created bigger questions. So what does it all mean? What are we really looking at? The down-to-earth truth. So here we are. We're faced with an object from another star system that is, for all intents and purposes, completely impossible. It follows a path of unbelievable convenience. It glows with a light that shouldn't exist. It has a tail that points the wrong way, and it's made of materials that defy the known rules of cosmic chemistry. So, what is it? Right now, there are two main schools of thought, and one of them is a lot more startling than the other. The first, more conventional explanation is that 3I Atlas represents a completely new, previously unknown class of celestial object. You see, our understanding of comets is based entirely on the ones from our own solar system, which all form from the same primordial cloud of gas and dust. What if other star systems are fundamentally different? Perhaps 3I Atlas comes from a system orbiting a carbon star, a place where carbon-based molecules like carbon dioxide are thousands of times more common than water. Such an object would naturally have a CO2-rich composition. Maybe in that alien system, the chaotic formation of planets creates unique conditions where heavy metals like nickel and iron are separated in ways we can't yet imagine. This would mean our galaxy is filled with a diversity of objects far beyond what we thought possible. In this scenario, 3I Atlas is a natural object. It's just a kind of natural we have never had the chance to study before. It's a groundbreaking, Nobel Prize-winning discovery. But to put it mildly, it's still just a rock. But then there's the other explanation, the one that many scientists are thinking but are hesitant to say out loud. This theory looks at all the evidence, the impossible trajectory, the weird glow, the anti-tail, the strange metals, and concludes that the simplest explanation is that it is not a natural object at all. The thing is, when you add up all the impossibilities, you start to wonder if you are missing a key detail. What if the convenient planet-skimming trajectory isn't a coincidence? What if it was planned, designed to get a close look at the most interesting planets in our system? What if the nickel without iron isn't a cosmic quirk, but a sign of industrial processing, a refined alloy, something manufactured? What if the low activity for its size is because it's not a dusty snowball at all, but something more solid with a thin, durable shell? Something hollow? This line of thinking, championed by astronomers like Avi Loeb from Harvard, suggests that 3I Atlas could be a piece of extraterrestrial technology. Perhaps it's a probe sent to gather data. What many have overlooked is the possibility that it could be a von Neumann probe, a self-replicating robotic explorer sent out millions of years ago to survey the galaxy. Or maybe it's not a functioning piece of tech, but a relic, a piece of cosmic driftwood from a civilization that has long since vanished. Could it be a solar sail, a vast thin sheet of material designed to be pushed by starlight, which would explain its faintness and unusual movement? This would explain everything. Its path, its composition, its behavior. It fits all the data perfectly. Is it a wild idea? Absolutely. But is it any wilder than a comet that breaks 7 laws of physics at once? We are left at a crossroads where the safe scientific explanation requires us to invent new unknown types of star systems and new laws of cosmic chemistry, while the most outlandish explanation, that it was made by someone else, is in some ways the most logical fit for the evidence we see. We are left staring into the void with more questions than answers. Does 3I Atlas represent a new frontier of natural cosmic diversity, or is it the first handshake from a civilization beyond our own? What do you think we are looking at? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more answers to the universe's greatest mysteries.